It was definitely the radical side of the party, I think. They were very strong on issues that other parties weren't strong on. To be honest, well, this is public, but I was a member of the SNP back in 2018 and 19, and it was because I believed that Scottish independence was the best way forward for the country in terms of legislating for ourselves and just standing up for ourselves on the global sort of stage. But the longer I stayed in, I sort of realised that independence for them was sort of the be-all and end-all, I felt, and I started to worry that they weren't talking about other issues quite so strongly. So I became politically homeless for a while. I was working for Inclusion Scotland, that is supposed to be quite unbiased, obviously, in terms of politics, but then I started learning about the Scottish Greens and thought, this is exactly the type of environment that I want to be in. I live in Leith and I've lived here for a while and have really benefited, I think, from the really close tightness of it. And I know that a lot of people have had the similar issues that I've had, whether it was growing up in Motherwell or with the access or difficulty finding housing.
So what do people want you to fix here?
To be honest, the same saying that I hear every single time we speak to people is, I'm really undecided. I'm really worried about what Labour are doing or where Labour are going. And topics come up such as housing, business, employment, benefits, peace, international affairs. But a lot of people are sort of undecided when it comes to party.
You're badged as, the person who talks about disability simply because you are a wheelchair user. Do you think is that inevitable?
I think so, yeah. We have other councillors with protected characteristics that are known as, the councillor of colour or the queer councillors, and it's up to them whether or not they want to talk about it, and I think it's very natural for me in the previous work that I did for Inclusion Scotland, the Disabled People's Organisation, that it's just very natural and I'm very comfortable talking about it. But I have found that there has been a shift in the council, that especially towards the end of my time on the planning committee, that I wasn't the one always talking about ramps, which was quite interesting and very nice. I'd put my hand up to do the usual and another party would do it, and I think, done my job. I've talked about it enough that it's on other people's minds as well, and I think that's a small sort of, societal shift in attitude that I hope other places will have as well.